Tay marker, the curse review, guys. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan Diakon, Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly DeAnge.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. You're bringing the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. This is our review of The Cursed. Now, The Cursed tells a story in rural 19th century France. A mysterious, possible supernatural creature threatens a small town and really exercises the right of demonhood and just horrorness that I really enjoyed in this movie, man. I really did enjoy a lot of the horror aspects in here. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice, as you could tell. But the whole point of this, this happened in the 19th century. And in the wake of this, it's like, you're kind of used to these kind of scare themed movies, and I love it. It's set in this time frame because it's like, we don't know anything about it. You can't blog it. There's no police. It's just like people wandering and they find this mysterious thing or a certain curse that happens here. And in this case, it was about the gypsies, how they cursed and like took over their land. And let's be honest here. I mean, we it's just very real in a sense to where like we've seen this story happen previous times. We saw this similar story with Benicio del Toro. I think it was a werewolf. An American, no, it was like it was a wolf movie where they were trying to reboot it, and Anthony Hopkins played his dad. I don't know if you remember that. Benicio del Toro and the gypsies were there, and they said they announced this creature. And so in this, we're not gonna go into the spoilers, guys. So, but to give you the gist of it, is that this horror aspect, this horror element, I really did enjoy a lot. I enjoyed the way this creature was drawn because it's not a werewolf. Let's be honest, there, it's not really necessarily a werewolf. But it's in a hybrid form of that, I would say. I mean, what was your first element out of this, Angela?
So, I mean, I knew right off the bat The Cursed. It has to do with something thriller, horror, some sort of aspect on it. And it's pretty dead on. Like, it is about a story about how, like, this curse supposedly happens on, like, this land. And, this creature emerges. And I gotta admit, that creature looks pretty cool. I agree with you. It is not a werewolf. It's kind of, but not really. Yeah. And just the way it looks, it's terrifying. It's creepy. Yes. They nailed it with that creature. It's creepy. I really liked how it, starts at a certain time and it kind of flashes back. And it kind of explains what's going on. It kind of ties back to where we started in the beginning. Yeah. But for me, it dragged a little bit. As far as this whole story, it took so long for it to get to where it was trying to go to. And it kind of lost my interest a lot of times. But overall, I enjoyed like the horror aspects of it because it has like certain gore, certain, not psychological, but like those pop-up scenes that like they're meant to be jump scares. Those were done, I think, pretty well. Yeah. But the story itself, this whole backstory of the main character who comes into town trying to help the people solve what's going on, that whole story itself took a while to develop. Yeah,
and it was here to give you a perspective here, ladies and gentlemen. The whole gypsy aspect, though, they really didn't touch up on that, which I really wish they would have a little bit, just to understand the curse and all that stuff. Because this is about gypsies. It's about gypsies cursing a small town, pretty much. And it really didn't reach that depth level that I really wanted to, the emotional level that I really wanted it to. And yes, there is I would say there's quite a bit of dull moments in this movie where it took so long for the story to unfold. And there was a lot of scenes I could have taken out of this whole movie. There really was, because a lot of scenes didn't really capitalize. This movie came out to be an hour and 53 minutes. Easily, I could have taken 20 minutes out of this movie and make it, and then I probably would have thought totally different. I probably thought this movie would have been a lot better because there are some small action sequences here, but that's the thing though, is that it keeps you entertained. I love how this movie is shot. This film is shot so well. I love how the different areas where it's like all foggy and misty. It's just so beautifully shot. I love that.
It does give you that like creep factor. Like really has like disturbing themes and creepiness, and I think that was done well. You'll see like the end of the way it's shot, but overall, like you say, the story took a while to unfold for me. It did drag a lot of times, but I mean, I I enjoyed it. I mean, it was not too bad. Yeah. Overall, well-rounded overall opinion. I thought it was not too bad. Would I have liked to see more backstory with the gypsies?
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. Yes.
But the way it, started and ended, yeah, sure. I would give it points for originality, because me personally, I haven't seen a lot of horror movies, but I haven't seen anything like this. It's kind of almost like a werewolf, but not really.
Yeah, it's definitely an original idea, and I love the whole concept. I love the whole idea, and it was a really was a risk, because it's like a very original idea, and I love that, because I am always going to be a fan of original ideas instead of reboots, remakes, all this other nonsense that's happening in Hollywood. But besides that, my point being is that this film really had its way to stand up on its 2 feet, and I thought so. It did, as far as the horrorness, the elements of creepiness, and all this stuff. I'm on board for this.
Cast, I thought was okay. I mean, there's a couple names that I recognize and faces I recognize, but overall, there was nothing special that they brought to the camera.
There was nothing that really stuck out for me as far as character-wise.
And not to say that these aren't good actors and actresses, because they are. They've done amazing work. It was just
characters.
It was just the character and what it was written for. Yeah. Nothing on the actor's part.
I feel like the way this writer, creator,
producer.
Yeah, Shane Ellis. He really wanted to focus more on story, and we saw that a lot. But again, though, we kind of realized that it focused a lot more on story than on entertainment at the same time. So it's, guys, they always could be 10 one in the same hand. They really can be. It's just you have to really understand, like, on paper from filming and on paper. Mm-hmm. Definitely. But yeah, Alamo Cinema Talk does recommend this movie, guys. But just be cautious that it is few dull moments in here. So just be cautious there.
Might not be everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah,
might not be suitable for everyone. I know. For example, I'm not in.
Well, this is rated R, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into the whole slasher films, but I know you like that. So same thing for this kind of movie. This is more story driven.
Yeah.
Not a lot of, like you say, action, exciting moments. So it's really not going to be for everyone.
Yeah,
but I could see a lot of people liking the way this is filmed. Yeah. Like you say, it's shot beautifully.
It's shot done well.
Some of those scenes are creepy. Yeah. So I could see a lot of people liking it, but not everyone. And that's okay.
Definitely. Ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. What do you give this rating?
Me personally, because of those dull moments, I would have to give it a 5.
Dang.
Because,
okay. All right.
Me personally,
I'll be honest there. I'm gonna give it a 5 too. It just, for me, it was just a lot of dull moments. The runtime is the real issue with me, because it's like this movie felt like an hour and 53 minutes, to be honest. It really did. It felt like an hour and 53 minutes. I really wish that this movie was an hour and a half tops. I really do. And I think if it was an hour and a half tops, they could have capitalized on making a good, solid film. But I think a lot of average moviegoers are, I don't know, I kind of feel like mixed. Maybe I see the majority of them probably will not like this movie.
It's not a popcorn movie. It is not a movie that you can just pop in and be entertained no matter what. It's not a general movie. I think there are certain people who will absolutely love this film.
Yeah.
And that is okay. Me, it was just the story. It took too long to unfold for me, but I enjoyed the aspects of horror in this. I really did.
Yeah. I love this whole idea. And that's the thing too. The story was so, as far as story-wise, the whole idea is just so entertaining. It's so done very well. I love this because it kind of covered all that. But I'm definitely ready to see what else this guy does, the creator.
I feel like again, it was a very intriguing creature to begin with.
Yeah.
Creature, the backstory, a little bit of the backstory of the creature. I wanted more. But it's okay. I feel like maybe the mystery kind of gave it an edge because they don't really explain fully what this creature is and so on and so forth. We get to see some pretty cool makeup, by the way, the special effects with the creature.
Really great.
It's pretty cool. I gotta admit that.
Really great.
But I just wanted a little bit more, and I just feel like it didn't live up to that. But that's just me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm assuming Talk does recommend this movie, guys, but be cautious because be very cautious. Just it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but we do recommend it still, guys, because we still enjoy enjoyed this movie. Very, very entertaining. Give it a try, guys. You know you want to. It's at the movies. Movies are coming back. Give this movie a try. Support this film, guys, and definitely it will be an entertaining film. And one of our cats just passed by. But thank you so much, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We know our cat hit that subscribe button by now. Thank you so much. You don't have a care in the world. As always, I am your host, Ryan D. Kiddo Ryan 680.
I'm Angela, the Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. And please support our channel by hitting that subscribe button once again. And give us a thumbs up. Be like a review. Have yourself a wonderful day. Check you later. Peace out, baby.